Hey, what's going on? I got something to say. Welcome back. It's day 20 of the vlog. There's some things that pissed me off today, so let's talk about it, boy. Let's see what went on. First of all, this did not piss me off. I want to talk about Clark Howard. Yes, he is cute, too. I put him up there with Anderson Cooper and with Dr. Drew Pinsky. Yes, I think Clark Howard is cute, okay? Yes. But Clark Howard is a big financial whiz kid. And if you ever see him, of course, he's on the Evening Express that comes on HLN. Never miss it. He has some other bits. I go to clarkhoward.com sometimes. Today he showed up in the Atlanta Journal Constitution. And he talked about the cheapest, almost inexpensive sale of service. And I wrote an article kind of adding on that. I'm sorry, Howard, I'm not a financial whiz kid, but being someone in Atlanta and being someone who supports the gay community, I said in my article being around that, I kind of wanted to add on to the information that you gave. What you gave, fantastic, correct information. I'm going to put links to it in the Goose Bar. If you like Clark Howard, which I suggest, you go and listen to what this man has to say, because he can save you a pretty penny and save you lots of money. But I just wanted to add on to what he says, because, you know, being a gay man and being a gay person in Atlanta, technology is your lifeblood. If you don't got the technology in your hand, if you ain't got the Facebooking or the tutuking or the laptooing or whatever the fucking, then you got to ass down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, he talked about in Metro PCS. Great service in Atlanta. Lots of people have Metro PCS. Their coverage is getting big, and you know, and of course, I'm excited about talking about this subject a little bit because I started out. I love tech stuff. I'm a techno geek, and I just want to say that Metro PCS does have some of the lowest pricing on cell phones and service, which I agree with, again with Clark Howard. $25. And you can get a phone for like $20 and you are on your way, and that's unlimited talk, text, and web. But that is talking about analog phones and multimedia phones. And analog phones and multimedia phones are not smartphones. They're not even 3G. They're on that 1G tip, and that's why they can provide it so low. So again, being a gay person, we know we want that technology. Gay people want that technology. That's what we want to be on that tip. We got to be, you know, if I'm going to be trying to unify the community and be on this activist thing, I need technology that keeps me abreast of what's going on. So, if you want an Android phone, I still suggest Metro PCS, just like Clark Howard. So if you want a Metro phone that's on the tip in Atlanta, which it works very well in Atlanta, go and get the Huawei, or as my friend, as my boyfriend would say, you get the Wowie. You get the Wowie phone, and then you have nothing to talk about. It's just a $69 Android phone, one of the most inexpensive phones, but it's powered by Android. You got 2.3, it's got the 4L. You're good. You're in there. It's ready to rock. Now, I have Boost myself now, and that's because I do some traveling. I go to different places. I will handle some things. And Boost, just like Metro, works very well everywhere. It's on the Sprint network. I got the Prevail phone. That's the least inexpensive phone. It's only, now they got $99. When I got it, it was like $129, but you can get it for $99. Totally customizable if you're a techno geek. Doesn't have that much internal memory, so you can't put that many RAM. You gotta find programs that will load onto your SD card. No big thing. You just do root your phone, you in there, you're good. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. Thank you, Clark Howard, for bringing that out, and why, baby. Alright, so now let's talk about what happened with the shooting yesterday. And the dude's name is Floyd Lee Corkins, C-O-R-K-I-N-S, the second. He shot Leonardo Reno Johnson. Now, Leonardo Reno Johnson, I'm going to just call him LJ or whatever the hell. LJ works for the FRC, that is the Family Research Center in Washington, D.C. Very ultra-conservative. I'm going to say it, anti-hate group. That's because the the SPLC, that's the Southern Poverty Law Center. I'm just going through the alphabet soup. That's because the Southern Poverty Law Center put them on the hate watch group 2 years ago. And now they are blaming Corkins. They are and I'm talking about the FRC is blaming the SPLC for Corkins' behavior because Corkins came in. When he came in, it was LJ, that was Leonardo Johnson, who confronted him, asking him what his business is there, and Corkins said that he was there to see an employee. That was a lie. When Johnson asked for the employee's name, Corkins went into the bag, brought up a gun, shot Johnson in the arm, but Johnson must be a bad cat because Johnson went ahead and subdued Corkins any fucking way with a goddamn arm shot with a bullet. So he must be all that. And of course, I don't ever want to advocate violence on nobody unless it's, and I mean, I'm just going to be real, unless you have to. Unless you have to defend yourself and do what you got to do, we never advocate violence on anyone else. Sorry what happened to security guard Johnson. Sorry what happened to Leonardo Johnson. I hope he gets better. He was definitely brave in that situation, and all the congratulations for a job well done go out to him. But, you know, they did bring up something, but, you know, these organizations are bringing up something interesting. It was NOM, that was Brian Brett, or I think that's his last name. He was the one who brought up the fact that, Brian, he's the president of NOM. That's who he is. That's the National Organization for Marriage. He's the one who brought up this whole thing in the first place, and I believe the FRC is just kind of following his lead on that. What they should have did was set their hell on down. It was an incident of a guy who was following his own independent views. Now, the dude, FBI found 15 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches in the dude's backpack. So now the FBI is trying to say that Chick-fil-A was the boycott there was the reason why he kind of lost his city and fucking tried to go in there and which could have ended up in a disaster or more of a disaster. He could have shot the whole fucking place, but he didn't. He was stopped, and you can't blame the actions of one independent on a whole. You can't blame the whole group. That the responsibility lies with Corkins. It doesn't lie with the SPLC. It doesn't lie with any other advocacy group. It lies with Corkins. So you can't say, oh, well, you know, it's because the Southern Poverty Law Center fucking had him on the watch group, and we got to stop all that. We got to stop that hate group watch list crap. And no, we're gonna keep on with full force because people need to know we're not to give their money to. Me personally, I don't want to give my money to Chick-fil-A. And if it wasn't for the Southern Poverty Law Center, if it wasn't for groups like that, if it wasn't for GLAAD, if it wasn't for groups that advocate for my rights, I would not know who I should not give my money to. So I agree with watch lists. They have watch lists. Groups that advocate same-sex or advocate for same-sex marriage, and they have watch lists for that, so why can't we have our own watch list? So that's all I'm going to talk about on that one. We'll leave that alone. Now we're going to get to the thing that really pissed me off. There's this black chick, and it's Cape Girardeau, or Girardeau, or Hiradu. It's in Missouri. This is a 17-year-old black child because now she's being charged an adult, so the state sees her as a child, but she whooped up on someone like she was a grown-ass woman. So the thing now what happened is that you have this couple, one of the couple named Gianna Terry, this young black woman named Mercedes Ayers, it's A-Y-E-R-S, Ayers. She is harassing or had been harassing for weeks Miss Terry. She was someone who is in the lesbian relationship. They are neighbors. So then one day, it was on July 24th, she yelled out from her porch, "I'm going to get my brother and I'm going to beat your ass." And she also said these things. She also looked at Gianna Terry and said, "Well, you want this black pussy, don't you?" "No, I want your thick ass black pussy, man. Child, sit your ass down." Well, she couldn't sit her ass down because then she knocked on Terry's front porch, pulled the bitch out by her hair, and then had others come up and they all beat her ass on her own porch. So now today they decided they're going to charge her as an adult, and rightfully so. And I wrote in my article that it's a shame that at 17 years old she had that much hate and she had that much just hatred in her heart, man, that she couldn't leave these folks alone. These folks the white woman did not even fight back. The lesbian didn't even fight back, man. So she didn't want to fight. She didn't want a confrontation. She just wanted to be left alone. And as usual, you got somebody who didn't want to leave nobody alone. So now she got locked up. She getting charged like an adult. She could get 10 years, up to 30 years. And if she gets every last one of them years, it's rightfully so. Learn, your mama didn't teach you, Mercedes Aries or whatever your name is, your mama didn't teach you to leave folks alone. If you leave folks alone, or at least learn how to respect people, you wouldn't be in a situation like you is now. So whatever they give you, I hope they give to you. But it's sad because you could turn your life around. You 17 years old, even if you get 10 years, you get out at 27 and you could do something with your life. Don't be hateful. Don't bear hate. Don't have hate in your heart. Respect everybody. Treat others like you want to be treated, and the world will be a whole lot better. I said all I had to say. Peace the fuck out.